Hey y'all, coming at y'all in Houston traffic during golden hour. We got an hour driving home, so this video is not going to be an hour, but I've had a good day. Finished Uber. I made like $50 in 2.5 hours, which I think's good. Granted, I had to pay $20 for gas, so that's not ideal, but you know, it balances out like if you do it every day. But today I want to talk about a thought that I've struggled with a long time, which is having evidence that's more negative than positive and shifting out of that mindset. Because for a long time, like, I have direct evidence that I'm misunderstood and invisible. I have reached out to friends and had them ignore me. I've had people call me weird, delusional. Because one of the things in cognitive behavioral therapy, one of the reasons I hate it is because they're like, oh, just put yourself out there. If you put yourself out there enough times, you know, you'll find your people. But if you look at it from a quantum resonance or quantum physics, but also from a resonance standpoint, that's never going to work for you if your self-esteem is bad enough, because you're going to align with what your thoughts are saying, because you're attracting what you believe. And for me, it was like, I'm not putting myself out there because I have been shown time after time again that I'm not enough. And I end up in relationships where even with boundaries, even with stuff, I still end up with people who try to abuse me. And it's like, I can change my thoughts, I can change all of this stuff, but it doesn't change my situation. It doesn't change the outcome. And for a long time, I just struggled with therapy because of that, because I'm like, that's not my reality. So how do you shift that, right? How do you begin to change the evidence? Because the evidence is kind of more proof of how you feel about yourself, if anything. So how do you get out of that loop? And for me, and just based off science, honestly, it has a lot to do with not just shifting your mindset, but completely driving and talking is hard, y'all. But you shift out of it like whenever you just detach, right? Right now I've been talking about detachment a lot. And it's not putting yourself out there, it's building that relationship with yourself and treating yourself like you want to be treated by other people. Once you treat yourself like the way you feel like you deserve, you'll begin seeing the shift and you'll begin attracting people. But you can't do it by just effort. And this applies to everything, but specifically I'm talking about having evidence-based you're not good enough, evidence-based you're ugly, evidence-based all this stuff, right? The thing is, you have blocked off that potential, right? Like, you've just cut it off, severed it from being connected to you. So you have to become connected to that lifeline, connected to that reality you want. And you can't do it by force. You do it by allowing yourself to connect to that energy, by surrendering to that energy and embodying it yourself. If you can create it, you're then creating the potential for other people to see it. If you can see it within yourself, if you can do it in isolation, then that energy is created, it's cultivated, it's harnessed, and then it can start flowing through you to attract things. Hopefully that makes sense. But no one watches this channel, so it doesn't really matter. Literally, I watch my channel from like my other account, and I just like my videos. So if anyone's like, who's liking this bitch? It's literally me. Like, even my family don't watch my shit, bro. And like, that brings me back to the whole I am invisible. And you know, I've gotten to the point where it doesn't really matter if people watch my shit, because like, the reality is I enjoy talking about this stuff. I enjoy watching this back. Like, call me a narcissist, I love hearing myself talk. I love seeing my mind and seeing how expanded it is, seeing the self-awareness. Like, it's that fulfillment that's coming from me, coming from within. And, you know, I'm not really doing this for results, right? I'm just doing it to do it. You know, my whole life I've been scared of being seen, so I'm putting myself out there. And, you know, I know it's gonna grow. I know something's gonna happen out of it. You know, maybe not be the next influential thing, not be an influencer, but just find connection with the people who need it. And if that's 1 or 2 people, then it's 1 or 2 people. Today I was talking with a person and I was telling him how I'm 25 and how my body has just completely shifted, and I can't drink anymore because I can't do those benders anymore. I can't drink more than like 3 drinks, because if I do, I wake up hungover or just miserable. I don't throw up whenever I'm hungover. I'm grateful for that. Throwing up sucks ass. But yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to film a video. I look cute. I'm like wearing a dress. Like, I look cute, y'all. My mascara's on point. My eyes are on point. You can't really see them since they're not in the sunlight, but they're green, like the Galveston Ocean on a nice day. But yeah, I just wanted to get on and talk about that. I was feeling motivated, and creating from that authenticity is, you know, the beauty of life. Also got a fucking pee, so I'm probably gonna stop at Buc-ee's. Probably gonna take me forever to get home. But yeah, if you're feeling stuck, if you feel like there's no evidence to support the positive end, the opposite of your negative thoughts, if you're a critic and very analytical and work based off evidence, you're gonna have to surrender to being delulu. Like, literally be delulu. I always hated people like that. I would see people who I didn't really think were all that, and I'm like, why are these people being so confident? I'm like, it looks goofy. But I'm realizing, because those people were really popular, and I'm like, I don't see why. But the thing is, it's because they created that relationship with themselves. And it doesn't matter if other people see it, because not everyone has the same point of view as you. But if you create a point of view for yourself, one, that's going to be fulfilling in itself, but then you open up that pathway for other people to see it. And yeah, it's not going to be anyone, but it's going to be those people aligned with you. And let's be real, you don't want everyone. There's bad people in the world. There's people who drain energy, who take energy, narcissists, right? But whenever you resonate and have that delulu pathway with yourself, you're going to attract those people who are going to be that support, that background or backbone in your journey. You know, you're going to find your soul family. It's not about quantity, it's about quality. So, you know, surrender to the delulu, you know? I look cute today. I look hot today, even with my forehead wrinkle. Probably have eye wrinkles. And you know what? I'm embracing it and seeing the beauty. Be fucking delulu. This video is all over the place. But, you know, I'm here for it. I'm always here for it. I'm a hot wreck. I own it. Stitch was a hot wreck, you know, and Stitch is a fucking iconic character. He's a legend. Sometimes I literally feel like Stitch. Disclosure and Innocent Pack, whoever that is. No cap. Such a solid song. But yeah, that's the lesson for today. Just surrender to the delulu, and the evidence will come if you can stand strong in your own mind and stop associating the outcome with the evidence, you know? It has more to do with your inner fulfillment. Ooh, that's good. So the evidence is how you feel about yourself in that inner fulfillment, and it will take time of isolation. And once you feel confident in isolation, once you feel connected in isolation, even without evidence, that's how you know you're ready to go out into the real world. Whenever you no longer feel intimidated, fear, whenever you can hear those negative thoughts and they don't even resonate with you anymore, that's whenever the evidence comes. So for all my underdogs, that's my life lesson today. Did it in 9 minutes. That's cool. So yeah, post it in a little bit. See you guys, or see nobody. See my future self. Hi Poppy, we love you. Thank you for being my #1 supporter. Look at Okay, bye y'all.